When I tell you the way my face was pressed against the window, waiting for this package, is that who I think it is? Oh yeah, y'all, he got my package. Hello friends, my name is Alea of Cozi Crochet Co, where I show you how to crochet the cozy way. And in today's video, we are going to be doing the most important unboxing of my life. Yes, today we're going to be unboxing or unbagging the TL Yarn Crafts Tunisian Crochet collaboration with Hobbii. I'm so excited. I feel like this has been a long time coming. I forgot how long it was in a video where she had asked her audience like what type of Tunisian crochet hooks are we looking for and like all types of details. She listened. Some of you guys also may remember when she first said that she was doing a Tunisian crochet and crochet hook collab with We Crochet, and I sat down on a podcast episode and I gave all my predictions, and then when the crochet hooks came, they were none of my predictions. Like a month or two later, she said that she was doing a collaboration with Hobbii and showed us what the hooks look like, and they were everything that I could imagine. Anyway, I don't want to seem like a fangirl, but I was very excited for these crochet hooks. So before we do the unboxing, I gotta tell you the story time, how I clocked in to get these crochet hooks. So when she announced the date, which was November 3rd, that she was going to be launching, I was like, I need to know the time, the date, how much. Those are the three things I needed to know. Gave us a date, which was November 3rd. Okay, cool. Never got a time, never got a price. I knew the Tunisian crochet hooks wouldn't be more expensive than the regular crochet hooks. So I was expecting them to be the standard, like 180, right? At the most 200, because just from what she described them to be, I knew that they were going to be like good quality Tunisian crochet hooks, everything that we've ever been wanting, everything that's been missing in the Tunisian crochet hook market. And so I knew that they were going to cost a pretty penny, especially coming from Hobbii. We were going to have to pay like tariffs. So I gathered my coin. I made sure not to buy any yarn. I was ready to spend a significant amount of money. So I made sure to have November 3rd on my calendar. And I remember waking up, I'm still in my bed, crust still in my eyes, okay? I haven't even brushed my teeth. I roll over, get my phone, click on the Hobbii website. Mind you, I already had the Tunisian crochet hook of Hobbii website pulled up. I was already logged in. Okay, I had everything else I wanted to get in the cart. All I need to do is add the Tunisian crochet hook and check out. This is 7:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, okay? When I tell you I was clocked in, I was clocked in. I go to check out, and of course it's free shipping. However, you have tariffs. I wasn't expecting that, but it didn't like resonate in my mind until I actually got to checkout. So it wasn't something that I calculated, but it's okay. And I just sucked it up, because what am I going to do? Not buy it? You're coming home with me, tariffs or not. On one hand, I got free shipping. On the other hand, I had to pay tariffs, which was double what the shipping was. It's all right. It's all right. Will that deter me from buying from Hobbii in the past? Probably. I was super excited, and from that day on, I was looking at the tracking every single day. Let's go ahead and get into the unboxing. Oh. All right, I have my handy dandy scissors here, and we're just gonna open it up. Oh. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay. All right, so first things first, I got some Apricity yarn because I wanted to try it out. So I got a whole bunch of this K&C on when Joann's was going out of business. R.I.P. Joann's, you left this world too soon. I plan on making like a cute little crochet sweater moment, but I need to make sure that the yarn matches up. I mean, even if it doesn't, it has the same like composition somewhat. So Apricity is 65% alpaca, 28% polyamide, and 7% wool, where the K&C Cloud Alpaca, 28% polyamide, 14% merino wool superwash, and 58% baby alpaca. So this one has a little bit more alpaca. Both of them have the same amount of polyamide, and this one has a little bit more of merino wool. So it really depends on what you need. This is the K&C yarn in whipped cream. Oh, and this is just the color 1. I got the lightest of the two just to compare them, and they are super soft. The Apricity yarn though is like more defined, if I can say, and I got it in the color 1, the color 2. It's like a cool tone taupe color. All in all, I really do appreciate these yarn. So my first impression of this yarn is it's super defined, well structured. The colors are absolutely beautiful, and it's super soft. As always, I got a little Hobbii candy. Do y'all actually eat those? And then I got a little code for 10% off your next purchase. So the hooks are in this bag. Oh wait, is there something in here? I was about to throw it. I think there's something else in here. Okay, no, that's it. I also got a little pair of scissors. I'm thinking about doing some cabling in my next knit project, so I had to get those. But here is what I've been waiting for. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, first impressions, how absolutely beautiful is the case? I'm really impressed. I really do like the case. First things first, this is what the case looks like. So it has TL Yarn Crafts right here, and then it has Hobbii on the back. And then it has like this little tag right here. I'm gonna cut it off because it's gonna annoy me. I like the design of it, and I like the brown detail. It's giving like super cozy, warm, high end. Oh, did y'all hear that zipper? Yep. Oh, something fell out. Okay, so I did just unzip it and the cord connector just came out. I did find it, thank God. And then also the cord keys are just like in there. Hobbii, I need to get y'all stuff together. That's not how you package cord keys and cord connectors. All right. Anyway, look at them. They are absolutely chef's kiss. Okay, so this is a close-up of them in the case. They have the sizes printed on there, but I don't think these are going to be rubbing off anytime soon. You have 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6. So they skip 6.5, but you go straight to 7, 8, 9, and 10. In my humble opinion, I do think that this is a good range of Tunisian crochet hook sizes. However, I do think that I'm really going to be missing that 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. I would have taken out the 3.5 and switched it with the 6.5. I like to use 6.5 for like worsted weight yarns or and weight yarns, but I think that I'm going to survive without it because we do have a 7 millimeter crochet hook, which is really rare to find. So to have it in a set like this is going to be super handy. All right, so we do have a zipper pocket, and before we look in the zipper pocket, one of my gripes with knitting needle cases, Tunisian crochet cases, crochet hook cases is they never have a pocket in the case for like notions, or they never have a zipper pocket in the case. I've had cases that had everything down to a T, but none of the things and none of the accessories in the case were secure, and I would find my stuff all over the place because it just ends up slipping out of the case. This way, all your accessories are significantly secure. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the cords. So these are the cords that came with the set, are silver and they swivel. However, I'm not seeing any branding on it or any type of numbers on it that tell you how long they are. So let me go ahead and look it up on the website. According to the website, it comes with a 50 centimeter cord, 2 70 centimeter cords, and a 90 centimeter cord. I do wish that there was some type of branding label that would tell you what size these cords are. I feel like that would be super helpful. There is a cord connector in the pouch. So you get 2 cord connectors and 2 cord keys. Is it just me? I don't know. It's a mystery. Why is one of my cord connectors in here and the other 2 out? I almost lost one. Anyway, and these are the stoppers. And so these are the stoppers that you get, just regular black stoppers. And you do get 8 of them, which is very generous because I'm gonna be honest, in a normal set, you maybe get like 2 or 3, if that. I do like that there are 8 stoppers, meaning that if I want to put my project on hold, I have 1 on each side of the cord. All right, so taking a quick look at the case, there's like some type of indentation. I don't know, maybe Hobbii just doesn't like me. But there is some indentation, and maybe it'll go away with use. I'm not sure, but it seems like the stoppers were like pressed against the back of it or something. I'm not sure. But that's everything that comes in this little zipper pocket. And now that I'm looking at it, I guess there is like this little like opening inside of it. Maybe I was a little bit too harsh on Hobbii. I do think that the cord connector and the cord keys could have slipped out in transit. Sorry, Hobbii. I maybe jumped the gun a little bit too soon. I don't know how to even fix that. Oh, it's actually on both sides. So there's actually like a little hole on both sides of your accessory pocket. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to feel about that. All in all, the case is really nice, and let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and bust out the white apricity yarn, or the color 1. It's calling for a size 10 crochet hook, and these go up to a size 10, so I guess this is the perfect time. Close up on the crochet hook itself. It's pointy, but it's not too pointy. It does have a thumb rest on it. On the handle it says TL Yarn Crafts X Hobbii. So running my fingers over the lettering and branding that's on here, I don't think it's going to be too much of a distraction. One detail that I really like is I love how smooth the transition from the thumb rest to the shaft of the crochet hook is. And all in all, it just gives a really nice streamlined look. Here's the 6mm for reference. It gives really nice chocolate crochet hooks, and I am all about it. Really quickly, I'm going to compare them to the AliExpress Tunisian crochet hook set that I bought this time last year. This is my go-to set of Tunisian crochet hooks. So as you can see, the AliExpress crochet hook just has a more sharper, streamlined profile than the TL Yarns Crafts and Hobbii collab. All right, so we're setting up our Tunisian crochet hook. I don't know if my hands are like super slippery. We're using the cord key in order to attach the cord. All right, I have my crochet hook all set up. Let's go ahead and get to stitching. Hello, it's editing Leah. Yes, this is exactly how I look when I'm editing my videos. I forgot to let you know that I'm currently doing a month-long giveaway. I'm calling it the Month of Gratitude, where I show you guys how thankful I am for you. Anyway, every Sunday over on my podcast, the Get Cozy Podcast, I'm going to be picking one of you guys to win many glorious gifts, and it's absolutely free to enter. All you have to do is watch the video and figure out how to enter. So I'll be linking the last podcast down below, so you guys can go ahead and enjoy the festivities. Once again, thank you guys so much for being a part of the channel, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, back to the video. All right, so we're gonna take off the label. And I don't know, let's try to find the middle. Oh, that was easy. So just touching this yarn, it's like super nice. So I'm holding the tail of the crochet hook because it's just gonna clank around on my desk, and that's no fun for nobody. So already just chaining with it is like super smooth. I don't know if it's just the yarn or the crochet hook, but it's really nice. So now I'm just picking up my stitches. So I've picked up my stitches. Let's do our first reverse pass. Okay, very satisfying reverse pass. All right, so now it's time for the real test. How does it match up doing some Tunisian crochet simple stitches? And so far it's working like a dream. I will admit it's really hard to record my hands and commentate at the same time. All right, last Tunisian crochet stitch, and let's do the return pass again. All right, so we're gonna put the Prissy to the side right now for safekeeping, and we're gonna be using the Lazy Day yarn by Lion Brand. This is the same yarn that I use for all of my Tunisian crochet stitch tutorials over in my channel. Because this is a worsted weight yarn, I have to change my hook. Now for worsted weight, I would use a 6.5, but we don't have it in this case, so I'm going to use the 7mm. I have absolutely no problem twisting the crochet hooks onto the cords, which is nice. I'm gonna do my setup row and I'll be right back. Okay, so as I was doing my setup row, which is my least favorite thing to do, it was actually really enjoyable. The thumb rest is super comfortable, and I think the thumb rest is actually in the perfect spot. So the hook is pointy, but not too pointy where you would ever experience the splitting of your yarn. So going through stitches, especially in Tunisian crochet, it has been an enjoyable experience so far. All right, now we're gonna do our return pass. And I'm not gonna lie, this like bronze and blue that I have going on, color combo is so sick. It's like giving a cozy yet refreshing vibe. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do a few more rows. I will say I've been having a little bit of slippage and a little bit of misfiring. I don't know if it's because I'm like really excited and I'm going too fast for my hands and the hook to handle, or if I just need to get a little bit more used to the crochet hook. All right, so now it comes for the true test. Can I do a Tunisian crochet purl stitch? It's a little finicky, but I think that's just me. And because I have two cameras recording at the same time, like my phone is literally right here in front of me, or if it's because I have to hold the cord in my hand, so it's not like dancing all over my desk. But so far, just crocheting with it, it has been a pleasant experience. The hook itself is very comfortable. And I'm not worried about getting any type of hand fatigue or hand strain while using it, especially because the thumb rest is literally in the perfect spot and is like the transition between the thumb rest and the hook is like very seamless. There is a big step from the actual cord and the attachment, but when it comes to the transition from the cord and the Tunisian crochet hook, it is very seamless. You don't have to worry about your yarn getting stuck on a ledge with your crochet hooks. All right, so after looking through everything and using the crochet hook on both the Apricity Yarn by TL Yarn Crafts and the Lazy Day yarn that I'm very much familiar with that being said, let's go ahead and get into my final thoughts and criticism of the Hobbii collaboration with TL Yarn Crafts, specifically the Tunisian crochet hook. All right, so here are a couple things that I like. I love the color of this hook. I think it's so warm, chocolate, elegant, stunning, delicious Tunisian crochet hooks. With my whole chest, I can honestly say there's no hooks like this out on the market. I can really appreciate the wide range of crochet hooks that you get in this set. We've seen other sets of metal Tunisian crochet hooks that had a fraction of what's in this kit for more money. I very much enjoy the finish that's on these crochet hooks. They're not quite shiny and they're not quite matte. It's almost like a velvety feel to them. I do enjoy the thumb rest. Absolutely. I love that the cords are swivel and you can't beat this case. Like, not only does it look really nice, but it is functional as well. It's probably one of the first cases that I don't feel like I immediately have to buy another case to replace it. Even though I have high praises for this heavily anticipated set of Tunisian crochet hooks, I do have some criticisms that are worth noting. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the one thing that really irritates me about the case, and that's like these little openings on the side. I don't understand why these are here. I know nothing about making cases, but if I was to make a case, I would not have that on there. That's just me. Maybe it's because like you have to have somewhere for the zipper to, like, I don't know, but I would have done it better. I would have done it different. Okay. I would not have had these openings. When I first opened this, I thought it was just like Hobbii being lazy, but I realized that my cord keys and my cord connectors were flying everywhere in transit. Just think about if you were to put these in a project bag and I don't know, you were running and then you end up opening your case and then your cord connector goes flying because it fell out of these little holes on the side. I really don't like that. But other than that, the case is magnificent. I meant to say this earlier, but the elastics on here are like really thick and durable. So I have no doubt that these elastics that are in here are going to last a long time, especially with you taking your crochet hooks out, putting them back in, taking them out, putting them back in. There's so many cases that I've had that has had the elastic give out on me or become loose over time, and I haven't even had it that long. Now that I dug into the case, let's get into the hook itself. I wouldn't change anything about the hook. However, I feel like the color story stops with the case and the hook. Okay. The cord, I like that it swivels. However, I don't like doesn't have the number or doesn't have the length on here in any way. It doesn't have it on this metal part. It doesn't have it on the cable. And if you look on it, the cable is a I guess like a plastic coated cable. So you could definitely print like the size of the cable on here. My other gripe is the stoppers. I can't get over these stoppers. I would have liked to see a different color. I would have loved for these stoppers to be blue. Why are they not the same color as this? Like, that would look so good. I also wish that the cords be blue. Something to be blue or white or any color other than black. I feel like it kind of just lost the color story. That's just me. So because this set was made with Knitter's Pride or Knit Pro, the accessories for them are interchangeable. So I'm not too mad at that, but look how better that looks. Like, look how better that color story looks. Even though this is like a teal, I would have liked stoppers that were a little bit of a different color, because like even with the cord being silver, and you can keep like the silver, blue, bronze. I may be nitpicking, but I just feel like this kind of color story would be a little bit better. Even if you did like a brown or like metal stoppers, I think that would have been like a really nice touch. I'm not really happy with these stoppers. That's really my only criticism. I'm not really happy with these stoppers. I don't like that they don't have like a metal inlay in them, because over time it can get like stripped because it's plastic, or if you tighten them too hard, they can break and crack. I know that it can be done. I don't know why it wasn't done though. No shade. The black ones actually like really irritate me. This is my personal opinion. I don't think black and brown go together. Like, that's just me. So I do plan on getting like different color stoppers. That's about it. With that being said, I understand why these choices were made. If you were to add those different characteristics to this set of Tunisian crochet hooks, it would make them more expensive. Maybe I'm just real bougie. So if I was to rate this set of Tunisian crochet hooks, I think I would rate it 4.75 baby alpacas. I really like the color story. I like everything about it. I think it's definitely TL Yarn Crafts coded. However, the details, some of the details are missing. And if that means I'm spending a few extra dollars, it would definitely have been worth it. All in all, I highly recommend this set if you're thinking about getting into Tunisian crochet. There's still plenty available online. So if you're interested, the link will be down below in the description. I really do like this set, but I think I'm gonna have to customize it just a little bit to fit my taste. I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you think about the TL Yarn Crafts and Hobbii collaboration where it comes to the yarn, the hooks, whatever may have you? I want to know down below. All right guys, with that being said, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, create something gorgeous. Bye guys.